is really about learning to love yourself for who you are, where you are right now. That's the first thing. Hello everyone, Coach Chris here again today, and I want to talk to you today about self-love. You know, everybody believes they love themselves, and they probably do on a level or so, but when we really look at how we think and behave and what we believe about ourselves and about the world we live in, do we really love ourselves? So I guess we can start with, how do you feel about asking yourself that question? How do you feel when you ask yourself that? Or even more, how do you feel when you say, I love myself? Close your eyes and say, I love myself. Let's see what you feel when you say that. Does it feel calm and peaceful? Is there any type of resistance or any type of uncomfortable feeling? Because we can delude ourselves into thinking we love ourselves by doing all kinds of, external things like buying nice things and treating ourselves to nice meals and, even saying nice things to ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But deep down inside, how do we really feel about ourselves? And I guess the best way to determine if you really love yourself is the kind of thoughts you have about who you are, and what you do and what you say on a daily basis. So it's not about momentarily saying or feeling a certain way about yourself, but being in tune with how you feel about yourself all the time. And even doing that is challenging. Being in tune with yourself all the time. It's like, where do you live? Where do you keep your awareness? Is your awareness on you internally and how you're feeling? Or is your awareness on the outside world and what's happening around you? There should be a balance, because I'm not saying you're going to live in a cave or keep your head in the sand, as they say, bury your head in the sand. You should be aware of what's happening around you, but you should also be in tune with how you feel internally about yourself. And when you think certain things, say certain things, do certain things, experience different things, how do those different scenarios make you feel? And so there is a very powerful way to love yourself, and it's been made into a song. I think that was what's his name, John Legend. I'm perfectly imperfect, or just loving yourself unconditionally. So unconditionally means, if you're not the perfect weight that you want to be, or if you don't have, all the things that you want in your life, that, sometimes people create value for themselves based on what they have or what they do, who they know, things of that nature, like money, or, where you live, what type of car you drive, what type of job you have, what types of people you surround yourself with. Those are all external things. And, as I said, where do you live? Do you live, as far as your attention? Is it internally focused on, you, or is it looking outside? And when we look outside, a lot of times our worth is based on what society says is valuable. And so it's important for us to determine our own value, and that comes from within. So when I said that you need to be aware of your thoughts and your feelings, and the things that you do and the things that you say, those are the types of things that really reflect how you are, how you think about yourself, and who you really are. So, and even to yourself. By that I mean, when you say things, do things, especially the thoughts that you have, that's reflecting to you. Of course, you're the only one that can hear your thoughts, but your thoughts are reflecting to you what you think about yourself, or even the type of thoughts that I talked about in videos before about, are they empowering thoughts or are they limiting thoughts? Thoughts that kind of limit, what you can do, or even the thoughts that limit how you believe yourself to be. And so back to what I was saying a little bit ago about, loving yourself unconditionally is the key. It means regardless of all those other circumstances, especially internally and even what you think and feel and believe about yourself, you still can love yourself. You can love yourself just as you are. And then that will allow you to, dissolve some of the things that you might think make you unlovable or even, unworthy, even to yourself. So a lot of this stuff that I'm talking about right now is more about what you think and what you feel within yourself. A lot of times we all have similar thoughts and feelings and ideas, but nobody's talking. So nobody knows that it's something that we all go through. So when it comes to loving yourself, it's a process. And I'm willing to bet that a lot of people, including myself, have been to a place where it's like we are gauging our value or our self-worth on something that's not really, about us. Like, societally speaking, culturally speaking, traditionally speaking, just the things that, the markers that we get that say, if you're not at this level, then you're not good enough. If you're not, if you don't look a certain way, if you don't have a certain type of job, you don't live a certain place, you're not good enough. All of that. So I'm going to put this all in a nutshell right quick. It's really about learning to love yourself for who you are, where you are right now. That's the first thing. And then being in tune with what you're thinking and how you're feeling, and because those thoughts and those feelings, which are based on what you believe, kind of produce what you actually do and say and who you be. It's all based on what's inside of you. The external part is just a reflection of the inside. So start by, wherever you are, just saying, I still love myself, regardless of whatever my situation is. Whatever your situation is, you still can love yourself. And then you're not judging yourself. So your love's not based on anything but the fact that you exist and you love yourself because you are. And starting with that can allow you to, I don't want to say overlook other things, but they won't be so, they won't have so much, let's say, emphasis. You want to emphasize the things like what society says and believes is the right way to do things, all right? To talk, to speak, to have, to do, whatever the case may be. Just somebody else telling you how it should be. That should come from you. You should recognize that you are good enough just as you are, that you do love yourself for who you are right now. And then go from there. I'll definitely be coming to you with more information on this, because this is a very interesting topic, but it's also very powerful because it allows you to create your reality. It all starts with what you think, what you believe. And so everything that you see outside is a manifestation or a result of what you think and believe internally. So definitely think about how you feel about yourself and who you are, and know that you're good enough just like you are, and that if you don't love you, how can anybody else? So love yourself. Remember, stay active, stay well, talk to yourself.